Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Today we are continuing with a WSL preview as we look ahead to the weekend's games before the international break starts next week. We have 6 games to look ahead to, 2 on Saturday and the other 4 taking place on Sunday. So let's jump straight into the action. First up on Saturday, it is Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur. For Carla Ward's Aston Villa side, they are looking to pick up their first points of the season, as they are one of the 2 sides yet to pick up a single point so far after defeats to Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal last time out. For Tottenham Hotspur, they have won 2 of their games so far, with victories against Bristol City and Brighton and Hove Albion in the league, whilst a defeat to Chelsea on the first day of the season hasn't actually put Robert Villeman's side in that bad of a stead. And I've been really impressed with their side so far. Spurs a lot better than I was thinking how they would have adapted so quickly to his style of play and how he wants to play. I mean, signings of Olga Arsenin, Martha Thomas, Grace Clinton have really settled into the squad really well and quickly, and they look really good players, and it wouldn't surprise me if they could go out and pick up another 3 points there this weekend, because of how I've seen them play over the opening 3 weeks and how Aston Villa have played in some of their games. It wouldn't surprise me to see Spurs potentially pick up a victory in that one. For Aston Villa, obviously, they're still without Kirsty Hansen, who's serving her 3-match ban after getting sent off in the opening day against Manchester United, but there isn't news as of time of recording on whether Kenza Darley will be fully back. I believe she's back after the international break, so that's obviously a bit of worry for Carla Ward's side. And I think one thing they would need to sort out, and I would hope that they can get sorted soon before it gets too late into the 2023 season of the 23-24 season, is whether she starts with both Ebony Salmon and Rachel Daly up top, because it seems at times she needs to have both of them playing to offer Rachel Daly a bit of flexibility with both Darley and Hansen out, and at the minute the players behind aren't able to give her the best of services going forward and delivering balls into the box for Rachel Daly to deliver and put in the back of the net, because obviously we've seen that last season as she was able to finish top goal scorer in the league. The assists she was getting from Kenza Darley and Kirsty Hansen were absolutely phenomenal and second to none, but at this minute in time it doesn't seem to be working with how the squad is lining up. I mean, even just looking back to last week against Arsenal, playing the 5-4-1 with Simone McGill, Lucy Staniforth, Lucy Parker and Laura Blinkilde-Brown playing behind Rachel Daly, they're not really offering the same type of outlet that Kirsty Hansen and Rachel Daly, Kenza Darley can as well. So that's going to be one to watch over this weekend. Can Aston Villa sort that out and give Rachel Daly some support going forward and potentially picking up some points this season? Second game on Saturday is a 5:15 kickoff between Leicester City and Manchester City. Leicester City have been absolutely phenomenal this season. 2 wins out of 3 and drawn with Manchester United last time out. Willie Kirkside looking absolutely brilliant. The resurgence that we're seeing from last season to this season is just a continuation of that second half of the season when Willie Kirk came into the job, and he's doing an absolutely fantastic job there for Manchester City. 2 wins obviously out of their 3 as well. Last time out they put on a 5-star performance against Bristol City by winning 5-0 and set a new WSL record of the most headed goals in a game, where all 5 of their goals were headers. I think if we was to look on this on paper, and in the past we would have gone, okay, this is a clear Manchester City win, but I think how Leicester are playing and how they played against Manchester United last week, it will be a really tough ask for Leicester City, and it will obviously show you how much they have improved as a team if they're able to walk away with another point against Manchester City, or even 3 points. That will definitely show the growth that this club has had over such a short period of time compared to last season. Right, on to Sunday's games now, and we start off with Everton versus Manchester United. For Everton, last time out they won the Merseyside derby 1-0 with Megan Finnegan scoring the sole goal of that game, and that was Everton's first 3 points of the season after losing their 2 opening games to Leicester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. And for Manchester United, Obviously, last time out in the league, they managed to draw 1-1 with Leicester City, but most recently in midweek, they were knocked out of the Champions League by Paris Saint-Germain. So Mark Skinner's side will be hoping that they can bounce back and get on form and now just focus on the league season, as they don't have Champions League football to worry about this season, but they will instead be going into the Continental Cup as a result of missing out on Champions League football, and they are in the Group B with Manchester City, Everton, Liverpool and Leicester City. So for Manchester United, there's obviously disappointment there, but you know the Mark Skinner side will have the hunger in trying to get back into playing Champions League football next season, so that's going to be an interesting battle there. Then at 2 o'clock we have Chelsea versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Emma Hayes' side picked up a 2-0 victory last time out against West Ham United, following on from their second game of the season where they drew with Manchester City, whilst Brighton and Hove Albion were on the back end of a 3-1 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. So Mel Phillips' side will be wanting to get back to winning ways and hopefully move up the table, but obviously they know it'll be such a tough game for them trying to get anything at Chelsea, who were absolutely phenomenal last time out, had the chances to score more than 2 goals against West Ham United, and I think probably have the upper hand and will expect to score more than 2 goals this weekend. Penultimately, this weekend at 3 o'clock we have West Ham versus Liverpool. As I just mentioned, West Ham are on the back of a 2-0 defeat to Chelsea last time out, whilst Liverpool lost the Merseyside derby. So both teams will be hoping that they can bounce back from their defeats and get back to winning ways. Obviously, Liverpool have had a good start to their season, winning 2 of their opening 3 games against Aston Villa and Arsenal, but last time out that defeat may hamper them a little bit. But the good news for them last time out was they were able to welcome back Sophie Raumann-Haag, who had missed the first 2 games with a facial injury. For West Ham United, there's no injury updates from their side, so as the time recording, this is quite early on in the week for the press conferences, so it remains to be seen. But for them, they'll be hoping that they can move up the table and get into positive goal difference. And finally, this weekend we see at 7:15, Bristol City versus Arsenal. Bristol City yet to pick up a point this season. Arsenal obviously managing to have that fantastic comeback win against Aston Villa last time out, and we saw the return of Beth Mead from her ACL injury for the first time in 11 months. So that's absolutely fantastic that their club were able to welcome her back, and I think this should be an easy Arsenal win considering the golfing size of the 2 teams, and it's going to be hard for Bristol City, as we've said in the preview at the start of the season. I'm expecting them to go straight back down because of just the golfing quality of players from these top sides to what it is like playing against championship sides. So I'm expecting it to be a really hard battle, and I'm expecting an Arsenal win there. Right, that's it for this week's preview. We'll be back next week to have a look back at all the action in the WSL and any other talking points that come out from the world of football. And a reminder, if you want to keep up to date with everything, make sure you follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, Women's Football Talk, where we'll find everything there, and womensfootballtalk.substack.com for all articles and breaking news stories as well over there. And until next time, we'll see you soon.